think to be a veteran means that you've answered the call to serve your country, whatever way that might be, in whatever branch you're in. And I think that just means that you've got a lot of patriotism and you've got a lot of pride in your country, and you want to do the right thing to help.
I get very emotional when others are like thanking me for my service, because it is during those times that I look back and I actually reflect on, wow, it really was, you know, a commitment. You are serving your country. You are saying that I am willing to die for my country.
It means a lot because it's also ran through my family. My grandpa was in the Army. I was the first Marine in my family, but my uncle was in the Army. My grandpa was in the Army. It means a lot, you know, because to be able to serve my country and protect if I have to, you know.
Veterans Day, observed on November 11th each year, honors all U.S. military veterans. Originally called Armistice Day, it commemorated the end of World War I, marking the armistice signed on November 11th, 1918. In 1954, following World War II and the Korean War, the holiday was expanded to honor all veterans.
I joined the Ohio Air National Guard after high school, and I spent 9 years in the Air National Guard. In the summer times, I'd work active duty, and then during the school year, when I was going to college and when I was early on teaching, I was working 1 weekend a month, supporting missions in Ohio and supporting missions stateside with some communications.
Mr. John Johnson, a member of the maintenance staff, served his country as an Army Ranger.
I spent 5 years in the United States Air Force. I was just recently reminiscing about that and my decision to go. And admittedly, it was actually to finish my education. I had started college, didn't know any better, and went to a private university, and after 2 years couldn't afford to put myself through anymore. And I was aware of the military's benefits, and at that time it was 75% tuition reimbursement. And so I felt like, what an opportunity, because I could get my education as well as explore the world, and that's what I ended up doing. And it's been a great decision, and I am still to this day in full support of the military and anyone that wants to embark upon that.
I served in the Air Force as a non-commissioned officer. I was a career advisor, which is basically a career guidance counselor for each base I was at. So I talked to a lot of people and worked that way. So that's primarily what I did, and did that in a number of places around the world.
Like Miller, Mr. Brian Hart, a science teacher at Oakwood High School, also served in the United States Air Force.
I served 4 years in the United States Marine Corps. During my time in the Marine Corps, my job, my MOS, is my military occupation specialty, is a motor transport operator. So during my time as a motor transport operator, I would deliver supplies, personnel, ammunition, food, stuff like that.
Veterans Day is a time to recognize the sacrifices and service of U.S. military members throughout history. Veterans in our building have a few suggestions about how you can thank a veteran today.
Probably the best way is just to say thank you. If you know a veteran, you have a veteran in your family, give them a call, send them a card, do something just to say thank you. Veterans don't necessarily want to be thanked. You know, I accept that sort of humbly, but I mean, I served because I wanted to serve. I didn't serve necessarily for others. I mean, obviously, others do not serve, but in my family, that was the sort of the thing to do.
I think just thinking about keeping people in mind who are maybe deployed overseas or who have served, maybe talking to some people who've served in previous wars, World War II veterans, Vietnam veterans, people like that, who've really given a lot, and just asking them to share their story with you, or to just say thank you if you see somebody wearing one of those hats that says, you know, Vietnam or Korean War veteran or something like that, and just saying thank you for your service. I think we have a lot of parents, family members, moms and dads who are in the service now, and I think Veterans Day is a perfect opportunity to say thank you to the families as well. I know, my wife and my family have been through a lot, and sometimes it is the veterans who are serving, but I think we want to appreciate and keep people who are family members of veterans in our hearts and minds during this time too, because they sacrifice a lot as well. So thank you to all students. If your parents are in the military and they're serving, you guys rock too, so thank you for that sacrifice as well.
Like a whole team, you know what I mean? The United States is we're like a whole team. You're civilian, whether you're a civilian or you're a service member or not, we all stand up together. It's one team, one fight.